A few months ago, someone sat down to finally get their finances under control. They had a plan. They had a budget app. They had good intentions. And within 3 weeks, the savings account was empty again. Not because of a big emergency, not because of one reckless purchase. It just disappeared. And the worst part wasn't the money. It was the feeling that no matter how hard they try, something always gets in the way. If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. Because here's what nobody tells you. You are not bad with money. Your brain is just working against you in ways you were never warned about. And once you understand exactly how, everything changes. In the next 10 minutes, we're going to walk through 3 ways your brain is literally wired to sabotage your finances, not because you're weak or undisciplined, but because of how human brains evolved. And more importantly, we're going to cover exactly what you can do about each one. This is Wealth Clarity. Let's get into it. The first way your brain keeps you broke is something scientists call temporal discounting. Here's what that means in plain English. Your brain assigns much higher value to rewards it can have right now than rewards it can have in the future. Not slightly higher, dramatically higher. Researchers have found that most people would rather receive $50 today than $100 in 6 months. Think about that. They're essentially choosing to cut their money in half, just to have it immediately. This isn't a character flaw. This is biology. For most of human history, the future was genuinely uncertain. If you found food today, you ate it today, because tomorrow you might not be alive. The people whose brains prioritized immediate rewards survived long enough to pass those genes on. The brain you inherited was optimized for a world where waiting meant dying. The problem is that world doesn't exist anymore. But your brain didn't get the update. So when you tell yourself you'll start saving next month, or you'll invest when things settle down, or you'll deal with your credit card debt after the holidays, that's not laziness. That's your 200,000-year-old brain doing exactly what it was designed to do. And the financial industry knows this. Every time you see buy now, pay later, every 0% financing offer, every one-click purchase, those systems are built specifically to trigger your brain's preference for immediate reward while hiding the future cost. So what do you do about it? You stop fighting your brain and start working with it. The most effective strategy is automation. When your savings are moved before you ever see them, before they hit your checking account, your brain never gets the chance to choose the immediate reward. Most employers let you split your direct deposit between accounts. Set a percentage, even a small one, to go directly to savings every single payday. Your brain can't spend money it never sees. The second strategy is what behavioral economists call pre-commitment. You make the decision in advance, when your rational mind is in charge, not in the moment when your impulse brain takes over. Setting up automatic investment contributions on the first of every month is pre-commitment. Your future self benefits every time. The second way your brain keeps you broke is called loss aversion. And this one is responsible for more destroyed wealth than almost anything else. Here's the research. Psychologists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky, who literally won the Nobel Prize for this work, found that the psychological pain of losing $100 is roughly twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining $100. Losing hurts about twice as much as winning feels good. Think about what that means for your financial decisions. It means when the stock market drops, even by a small percentage, your brain experiences something very close to physical pain. The amygdala, which is your brain's alarm system, triggers a stress response. Your cortisol spikes. Your body enters something like a mild fight or flight state. And in that state, your brain has one priority: stop the pain immediately. So people sell their investments during market downturns. Not because selling is the rational thing to do. Historically, it almost never is. But because holding through a loss feels physically unbearable to a brain wired to prioritize loss avoidance above almost everything else. This same mechanism keeps people in bad financial situations too. The reason most people don't switch banks, don't negotiate their salary, don't cancel subscriptions they're not using, is that change feels like potential loss. And loss, to your brain, is danger. Here's the fix. First, automate your investments the same way you automate savings. If you never log in and watch a number go down, your brain never triggers the loss aversion response. Out of sight genuinely means out of mind when it comes to your amygdala. Second, reframe losses in terms of time, not money. Instead of thinking, I lost $500 this month, think, this investment is on sale and I'm buying more at a discount. That's not just positive thinking. That's how long-term investors actually think about market downturns. When prices drop, your regular automatic contributions buy more shares. You are literally winning from the thing that feels like losing. Third, understand that the pain you feel watching your portfolio drop is normal, expected, and temporary. Every investor who has ever built real wealth has felt exactly that same discomfort and chosen to stay anyway. The third way your brain keeps you broke is the one that almost nobody talks about, and it's the most insidious of the three. It's called the scarcity mindset. And recent research from Psychology Today shows something striking. Financial stress doesn't just feel bad, it actually reduces your cognitive capacity. When you're constantly worried about money, your brain is using a significant portion of its available bandwidth just managing that anxiety. Researchers have estimated this cognitive load is the equivalent of losing around 13 IQ points. It's like trying to run demanding software on a computer that's already overwhelmed with background processes. And here's where it becomes a trap. When your cognitive capacity is reduced by financial stress, you make worse financial decisions. Worse decisions lead to worse financial outcomes. Worse outcomes create more financial stress. More stress reduces cognitive capacity further, and the loop tightens. This is why financial problems so often feel impossible to think your way out of. It's not that you're not smart enough, it's that the stress of the problem is literally impairing the part of your brain you need to solve it. The way out of this loop is not to somehow think harder. It's to reduce the cognitive load first. The most effective tool for this is what financial planners call a capture system. One place, a simple spreadsheet, a notes app, anywhere, where every financial commitment, every bill, every debt, every obligation is written down and visible. The anxiety your brain carries about money is largely driven by uncertainty and the fear of the unknown. When everything is captured and visible, your brain stops running background processes trying to track it all. That mental load drops. And when the mental load drops, you can actually think clearly about solutions. Start small. Write down every monthly expense you have. Every single one. Most people who do this for the first time are genuinely shocked. Not always by the total, but by how many things they were tracking in their head without realizing it. So here's what we've covered today. Your brain is working against your finances in 3 specific ways. The first is temporal discounting. Your brain values today's dollar far more than tomorrow's dollar, making saving and investing feel deeply uncomfortable. The fix is automation. Remove the choice. The second is loss aversion. Your brain experiences financial losses as roughly twice as painful as equivalent gains feel good, which causes people to panic sell, avoid risk, and stay stuck in bad financial situations. The fix is automation again, combined with reframing losses as opportunities. The third is the scarcity loop. Financial stress literally reduces your cognitive capacity, making it harder to solve the very problem causing the stress. The fix is a simple capture system that gets everything out of your head and onto paper. None of these are character flaws. None of them mean you're bad with money. They mean you're human, with a human brain that was never built for the financial world we live in. But now you know. And knowing how your brain works is the first step to working with it instead of against it. If this video helped you see your finances differently, subscribe to Wealth Clarity. We put out new videos every week breaking down money concepts in the same way. No jargon, no lectures, just the clarity you actually need. And YouTube will show you the next video to watch right on your screen now. I'll see you there.